up their star, lots of utility, and for Entropiq, it's a full Kevlar buy.
Yeah, Easy does it from the get-go, but this slow pace has given room to the long push. Nickelback getting left here all alone, and he might have a freebie. Oh, no! He tried to play the trigger
He got him midair! He killed him midair!
Okay, Popsky, all right, lad, and now a follow-up dink onto Elian as well. That is a rough old start for Entropiq.
Get down, Mr. President. The body block into the mid-air headshot. That's a scroll wheel. That is not on purpose. Despicable way to open a round, but still Entropiq have a nice stack. 3 on A. They didn't over-rotate. Smokes coming down, though. Ooh, did that even land? It didn't look like it. It's on the roof right now. It's on the fence. Oh, it just bounced over. Very nice smoke, considering they're coming out long. And Entropiq are playing inside of it. Forrest is going to get a kill, but he'll swing, and Plopsky follows up with a second. Lackey out from CT, trying to hide, trying to survive. Rez hunting him down in the spawn, but Lackey's got the headshot. 2 so far, and 2 on 1 as S-Tag takes Crad out of the round. The bomb is planted, and even if Plopsky falls, S-Tag set up to close.
Lackey was one of the big reasons why they stayed competitive, but falling down there, not able to relive some of those nuke performances in what was, a round where he's all alone, 1v2, needed a 4K to mop that up. Dude, that little long smoke dropped over by NiP was a thing of beauty. It felt like it was all destined for a CT post plant. Obviously, plans change based on, the contact that they're getting, and once they open up this banana post plant, this toilet post plant, they're keen to switch it up, but that was really nice, like a very cool pistol with a lot of intent behind it.
Yeah, Rez said they prepped well for this game, and it certainly felt like it on Nuke. Their reads were perfect on T sides. They, were good at locking down those top hits that Entropiq are usually so good at on Nuke. And so, right there, just more things being brought to the party. Hampers get to pick in middle, and I love the call. Just an instant reset B. You're up against pistols. Entropiq have already panic rotated up on top. This is nice for Nickelback. He skirted his way onto the top of Monster. This is a hard angle to clear. Oh, they're going to go for it. What awareness from Plopsky. Does not fall for that one. Nickelback full blind, and round is over, folks. 2-0. And maybe the series as well if NiP can keep this up.
It's very convincing, isn't it? It's a really nice look as well. For a team that's T-sides used to be so rough for the longest time, it's great to see them now coming into fruition.
I agree. I still want to see them tested. I still, they haven't had a competitive game yet. I want to see them against G2 and even Mouse, who managed to win earlier on today against the aforementioned team. So, there's certainly more challenges in this group for NiP at a bare minimum. I thought Entropiq would be one of them, but we're yet to see that, aren't we? Early days in map 2, however. Gonna have to wait for that first buy in round 4. One more eco. I like how we get a little bit of a vibe check, we get to listen in somewhat. Whether we're allowed to or not, what are you gonna do, make me talk? I just stop.
Yeah, I don't know how much you were gaining from listening.
No, I don't speak Swedish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still nice to hear.
Favorite Swedish team?
No, it was NiP speaking initially.
I know. Here you go. I'm just throwing you on.
I only speak English, Harry. That's where we stand here. We've established that.
And a little bit of German.
And a little bit of German. I'm an ignorant Brit. But I'm working on it.
He could be super ham, puss. Like, as a reference to super ham.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. We'll put it on the post-it notes.
Yeah, we need to try to think of some good quotes. But here we go. All right, little pause. I'm curious what the pause was for. I'm assuming it's for the rifle round coming up, as opposed to how you want to get away with much here. But, maybe you killed 2 birds with 1 stone, like a savage.
Collateral damage, always nice. Or not. Depends who's getting hit. And right now these birds are getting plucked out of the sky. Alien's got to be careful. Jumping and spotting will go back to the site. We have some smokes here in this round, but I don't know how much you're really going to get out of them other than just cycling them at the B site. The S-Tag is faking right now. One more smoke going out on short, actually Monster rather. But NiP are always, and were always, going to take this A site, waiting for S-Tag to run it back. And again, Entropiq have got the stack. That's never been the problem. They know what's going on, but in a round like this, even a jiggle peek for info on Alien will leave you a man down. And it's only going to get harder from here on out as NiP methodically close the door on Entropiq, trap them in their own bomb site. Forrester, the only man who can save Entropiq.
Oh, he's gone after one. That hero MP9 couldn't overstay its welcome.
No,
versus
he checked out early, Harry.
Yeah, he did. Early checkout.
Who does that?
Way easier than arranging a late checkout. That much is certain.
Oh, yeah.
And for Lackey now, having to pay for the mini bar at this one, 1v4. It's awful. He's been lumbered with the entire team's checks. And he can't cash them. This is NiP 3-0, converting from the pistol, right? Breaking apart the force in the second. This one was always meant to be the easier of the two, and it was. Lackey just hoping he can do really anything. Just a bit of damage, just a kill, but not going to happen. Whittled down over towards long, and yeah, that's nice and clean. 4 alive, now a chance to play bonus as well. You know, you're already rife with cash if you're NiP, and it could be about to get even better if you're going to win this one out. That was what happened back on Nuke, if you remember. That first rifle round came in for Entropiq on their CT side of Nuke. A pretty one-sided scoreline. I think it was 12-5 or 13, no, sorry, 13-5 at that point. And they got wrecked in the first buy round, and really that set them up for failure. So you don't want that to happen here. Obviously, it's earlier on in the game. It's not the same stakes anymore, but you just don't want to get off to that kind of start, considering the momentum that NiP have. Well,
Elian missed his flash to pop Crad into middle, and so he couldn't get that early pick. He got blinded by a T-flash as well. Forrester has found S-Tag in B short, though. That's a big opening kill for Entropiq, a huge piece of real estate cut out of the NiP puzzle, and the AWP follows up. 5-on-3, beautiful start for Entropiq. All they ever needed, all they've been waiting for. They came into this round with a plan, and it has worked so far. Boost now up for more info at B. Doing that in the late round is very oppressive. Means you've got to keep 3B, though, to ensure Monster's under control. So NiP have a chance, but that's swiftly dwindling. Crad picks Hampus out long, goes back to the bomb site to join up with the AWP, and the boost has fallen as Forrester's made his rotate. This is perfect for Entropiq. This is a round in the palm of their hand with only phzy and Plopsky to grab it back. Re-smoked at 45. And got to play the waiting game now.
Can't knock the patience on this one, right? They wait for the smoke to fade, and now they look to move in. But with Elian and Crad on the angle, I don't know. Do you even survive this cross? Do you even make a dent? Elian doesn't seem to think so. phzy, that's an AK retrieved, but honestly, you know, he just wants to try and take something out of the round with him. Does fall before the timer expires at least, right?
And that's what we need, man. That's just what we need if this game was ever going to be competitive. Elian on a CT side with an AWP, just multi-killing every round. Like, that is how you do it on Overpass. And this guy, he is here for that exact reason, to be the star AWPer. And it feels like we don't always get that against higher level teams. Like, put him in tier 2, he will destroy. Put him up against the big boys, suddenly he can have off games, off days. And so this can't afford to be one of them. Elian has started strong. Let's see how he goes on.
Creeping out. Oh, mate, it's not creeping anymore. They're flat out running. They're charging. Here they come. S-Tag with the opener. They're out through Monster. This is looking like the B commitment after all. Gotten so deep, may as well commit to it. And S-Tag was always suspicious about the short side. Nickelback now dropped out of the round. I want want to say it.
Saving.
I don't want to say it.
Saving.
But it should be a save, unless, you know, if you get a kill to tempt you in, like if Elian could spam the planter, for example, that would certainly entice you. Unfortunately, not going to connect, and so that should seal the deal on this save. Entropiq get out of there with 3 alive. That's something, I guess. Ooh, yeah, just leave. Yeah, let's leave. That's probably the safer option.
That round's such a middle finger, man. They sit behind the molly for half of it, and then they just pop a smoke and sprint through at the end. Like, really annoying. As soon as Entropiq thought, yeah, my smokes worked. Like, they're not out B. They haven't smoked it instantly. Like, that's what you'll do. You'll B rush. You'll smoke the molly. You'll throw flashbangs. You'll announce it, and that'll give Entropiq some time to realize they don't get that time. Lackey is caught jumping out of barrels as they smoke the molly and flash in unison. And then boom, there's an entry. S-Tag makes a good read on that short player, doesn't fall for Nickelback tucked. He could have been the one to stop the plant, and instead 2 kills instantly with no position on B. Got to throw in the towel. NiP, it's a masterclass right now on the T side. They lose their first gun, or 2 Entropiq's first gun, but they come right back in with a winner, avoiding that AWP. And while it will continue, right, 3 saved, what else have NiP got to show? They've even brought out their own AWP.
Elian tried his hand at the mid-peak, didn't see anything early, so does get out of there. After getting flashed back off the angle, Ampus even toying with this short control, but he does opt to leave. Interesting decision to leave short. I'm assuming that means this is the A play. Right? There's no way that you have con and you take short control and then leave it with any intent to go back to the B site. So, looking like this was destined to be over at A. However,
changed their mind.
Yeah, they were ready to go out middle. And now they go back towards this B side of the map.
You're also hoping that timing that you left it, Entropiq like jump spotted or got info and goes, oh, okay, B short's clear, it shouldn't be B, lean A. And also, not only is the AWP often A, but there's often been triple stacks on that top side. So this is NiP again, trying to play against the AWP. They feel like they've done enough defaulting in middle to keep the AWP there. But just now, as I say that, Elian starts to consider lower, and he's moved into Heaven. So it's a good rotate. He's even dropped in. Heaven's getting smoked here. So Elian, he's in a good position right now, and Entropiq are ready for this play.
S-Tag, first man in again. Opener secure, and he makes it a double. S-Tag traded after that, and now this AWP given time to get involved. It's Forrester stealing all the glory right now. phzy, that's quick. Any more? Any more left in the chamber? 2 left to find for phzy. Have to give us a Monacy-esque round here with the pace, with the speed. First man fighting, and phzy nails it. Only Crad left to beat, and oh, he's seen him now. He wants it. phzy with the clutch. My, oh my. That is a thing of beauty. phzy, that's going to pump you up right there.
No way. And this is what we were saying earlier. Entropiq, they know exactly what's going on. It's not like they're stupid. It's not like they're getting wool pulled over their eyes, Harry. They have 4 on B. They have the AWP ready. Forrester triple kills from short, and still phzy comes in with a 1v3 like that. That is some star power. We always said big boots to fill on for Device, but phzy is making a show of his own. What a clutch. He is quick.
Dude, it's been a really good time to be an Academy AWPer. Like, that much is true, right? We had that incredible Torshi clutch from earlier on in the day, in that last series. Now phzy's won an incredible clutch of his own.
It's that new generation, Harry. They're coming, whether you like it or not, they're coming quick.
Well, actually, let's just talk about that for a minute. I think... you know, it's super cool to see, like, the Academy ventures actually working. Like, there's so many Academy players playing with top teams now. And whether that's as a stand-in, whether that's meant to be temporary, they're still getting a level of exposure they would have never had, right? You know what would have happened, like, 3 years ago if this was a situation where, like, Device couldn't play? It would have been like, yeah, let's just pull in, I don't know, let's get, like, Makalele on the line, see what he's doing. You just bring back some old face to try and slot in, someone that you know.
I mean, everyone...
Makalele, not the real example.
It's fine. I know you weren't trying to flame anyone there, but no, it's a win-win for everyone, right? Like, the org gets exposure, young players get a route to the top level. Again, as you say, even if it's just stand-ins, they get a chance to shine. And this round is just an AWP DM right now. Well, welcome to AWP India, as phzy and Elian style the show, but he's not ready for Nickelback at Pillar. puts Entropiq up a man, and I think NiP have gone a little bit loosey-goosey in this round after winning a blinder like that. Back to B, a 2-2. Alien solo warping A. It's the best setup Entropiq could afford in this position. And NiP still want to play with it. Creeping out Monster, seen this one before. But with no double entries for S-Attack, how will they fare? Krad's on the nice off angle that Forrester 3K'd from the round prior. Out they sneak, out they walk. And Crab will get a bit of a heads up with a barrel, but they still perfect clear him. Nickel back on Pillar. They know he was here, but they don't know he is here until he fires off. It's Rez to trade now against the AWP. He wanted to peek, but he needs that plant. Elian's coming in looking for a wall bang, looking to catch him escaping the site, but Rez is using cover well. Swings, misses on both sides, and Rez now holds off, waiting even longer. Trying to restrict the angle, trying to tuck in. Elian's looking for the kill. It won't present itself. He's got to drop eventually. He's got to drop. And Rez hears it.
And now he knows about the drop. Rez is just mind-gaming it with the swing. There's the closer. Oh, a phenomenal round. It's clutches on clutches for NiP. There's no getting away from them. 6-1, and the scoreline just continues to grow apart. Entropiq, they're getting flashbacks to Nuke, where so many of these rounds were close, so many of these chances were given, but every single one stolen away by NiP, and the tail on Overpass is nigh on the same, man. This is wild scenes right now.
Yeah, 1-on-3 into 1-on-2 on the B site, both times walking into the stacks. NiP just don't care anymore. That molly's going to tick, even for 1 damage. It is audible. NiP, no, Connector had opponents in, but had, and not anymore. They back all the way to the site. Aliens afforded an AWP here. But other than a FAMAS, it's just pistols. And again, Aliens on A, which has clearly been the game plan of NiP to just completely avoid him. NiP have not ended A since, like, they took their A the first 3 rounds, and then as soon as they saw the AWP come out, it has been a B end every single round, and they have been clutching them. You know, we know, Entropiq certainly know. 3B, Alien again with that early rotate. You can't fault him for it. He's been in the right place at the right time. Can he put a stop to it? Nade lands well. He's on the angle this time. Oh, the flash is perfect. It's often been contact, not today. Alien's still given a second chance to fight back. Hampus coming in from short, pre-fires him, and a 3-on-2 ensues with Forrester low in the pit. It's not getting any easier. NiP are crunching right now, and it's only Krad in the smoke. He can come through for 1 perhaps, but S-Tag's got cover from sandbags, and Krad can't see a damn thing. Dropping in, they've heard him. They're going to double face, and that's the round. 7-1. It is brutal on B right now.
This must feel great. Like, NiP, it's like, wow, all the homework we've done, all the effort we've put in, I see it all. Like, right now, it must feel like Hampus is just seeing situations happen before they occur. He's in another realm. He's 1 step ahead.
And considering how many of these B plays have been contact Monster, the first time Alien scopes from Pillar to Monster, what do? They flash it. They finally flash Monster. They've just been walking out in 2v4s, and now they start throwing utility. Couldn't have been a better time. Double AWP. It's a nice change. Something needed to happen here for Entropiq. We've had plenty of buy rounds. And now we have a very passive start for NiP on this default, showing nothing on A. They take B water, but they're not alone. Nickelback and Lackey alongside, and even Alien pushed up. Oh, he sees the back and he takes it. Big opening kill now for Entropiq, especially considering he survives. It's going to force NiP into the old faithful, the B play.
Yeah, why go anywhere else? Plopsky. There's 2 at short. Even if he deals with the first, he will get swung for a trade, and never comes to that S-Tag finally bested in these entries. And right now, walking wounded NiP, their men down. Hampus can't fill the void, and phzy's caught looking at short. So there's the response for Entropiq. It takes them a while, but the double AWP yields results. They do get themselves a second. You know, there's still a route to recovery in this first half. You could still go on an 8-7 it from this point onwards, right? And I mean, it's such a weird one to even talk about it in that sense, but like, you know, you can feel good at like an 8-7. It does just mean that you've got to win every single round. I think if NiP even managed like one more and win out the half, this is already a more than good enough T-side.
I'm not even going to run down that mental path because nothing suggests
mental path. It is a mental path.
Yeah, it is a mental path.
Like a challenge from Raven.
Yeah, NiP are crossing the bridge. They're building the bridge right at their very feet. And then they're crossing it. And it's pretty easy, Harry. No one's getting drowned today.
It's Entropiq getting gunked on right now.
The goot is loose. Oh, again, contact and bye-bye. Oh dear, it's another round. It's won in an instant. They finally go, you know what? We've been contacting Monster a lot. What if we just walked out short? What if we did that for a change? Would that work? Damn right it will.
I'm kind of just lost for words because it like
beautiful. It
just looks like it's so
dumb.
Yeah, I can't explain it. It's like, yeah, man, yeah, just hold shift, go in. You know, maybe we'll just walk out into B and then we win the round.
Yeah, yeah. It's been so just basic, but exactly perfect. Where's the double AWP, Harry?
On A.
On A,
yeah.
isn't it?
And they can't retake with a double AWP.
No, I've heard that actually.
That's not allowed, right? Also, want to talk about this. S-Tag looking like a phenomenal man on the entry right now.
2 for 2 every time.
Yeah, apart from this round.
Well, yeah, you know, he didn't die. He's running out Monster, getting a couple of transfer kills coming in.
Yeah, no, dude, it's so convincing. Like, and he had Plopsky alongside him, you know, coming in as like this second man to help out. That's just devastating. And this was always like a problem for NiP, you know, like they didn't have that kind of guy who could crack a site open on a T side, or, you know, maybe the strats were a little like long-winded, kind of convoluted at times.
Yeah, we have
seen relied on a lot going right. Whereas right now they've kind of boiled it down to like the very basics. It's like, look, if we just kill them, then we win. And if we go as 5 into these B creeps, or it keeps working and they're not beating us, that's enough.
Oh, good nades. I feel like a lot of the old like T-side calls for Hampus on this map were like, okay, I'm gonna run long and you guys like wait B, or I'm gonna run mid. And that's really hard when you're trying to fake solo, especially in an AWP heavy map. You get picked on just one off angle, you're gone. But when we've seen NiP default on A, it's been Hampus and phzy. Like he's had support. It's been a bit, you know, a bit cleaner in that sense. And NiP haven't even like heavy faked A in many of these rounds. This is rare. We're seeing a long take with more than one man, and Elian is so committed. He had to get that kill. Even then, it was a trade. Won't be required. Rez just gets that pickup. Good flashbangs again for NiP. They don't force a shot. Maybe they won't check it, but everything's flowing right now for NiP. You would think this is a corner to clear if they even come round it. Hampus is throwing nades. He is going to go late. Nickelback blinded by his teammate's flash. He turned from the flash, but then Hampus peeked, so he had to look back. It was a lose-lose, and Lackey will fall the same. 5 alive, 9 on the T side. Finally seeing A pops. Nothing can go wrong for NiP.
This wasn't meant to be like this. This was meant to be competitive. This is meant to be like a really cool game.
Yeah, I'm not even going to say like this is too, like Entropiq have underperformed today for sure, but I'm not even going to say this is much of Entropiq. This is more NiP than anything. Like,
yeah, I mean, dude, it feels like they're just in their heads now as well on the side of Entropiq. Like, a lot of these peaks are just looking super labored. You know, they're the kind of ones that think about, there was that round on Ancient, like Smooya, like triple peeking down lane, right? Where you can kind of tell that like frustration gets to you. And so eventually you're just going to yourself like, look, if I just win one of these, we can actually go forth and get around. And so everyone's approaching it with like the mantra of just win one goddamn fight, and then that gives us something. And they're all so keen to fight, and that's kind of making you fumble a little bit, right? Think about how Nuke started for Entropiq. It was super measured. It was super kind of decisive, maybe being the wrong word, because it was very default heavy, but like it was super patient, very respectful. They would wait to see what opportunities they get. You're getting none of that right now on this CT side. It's all kind of gone through the ringer, and it looks pretty scuffed.
There's only so much you can do when nothing is working, right? Because like you can't say, oh, Entropiq just need to make better reads. Like every B play, it's been the majority of players. It's often been 4 players on B. Like here, it's 4 players on B to start. Entropiq have had good position. Like maybe here and there they've been caught moving. Like for example, in the previous B take where Plopsky double entries up short, like they were trying to cross from pit to pillar and maybe go for a monster setup. So sometimes they're getting caught changing spots, but most of the time it's fine for Entropiq. They've got their setups, then NiP just contact play them or hit a really good flash. Elian, this is more like it. trying to put the AWP to use. He's not been able to do so at A with such passive defaulting, and now he's going to go all the way to B short. Flash will not worry S-Tag, he just shoots, and he suddenly gets a kill for free.
Dude, that's going to get in your head even more, isn't it?
I've got a frag.
Because, you know, that was like perfect. You see even in the HUD when you get killed there, it's oh, he was full white. He had his hand over his face, couldn't even see me, and of course I just get melted. Elian spammed out by Rez.
Ow. It's further from the angle, but even then, Lucky with a flank. Hello, they turned back and they could have doubled up, but S-Tag with another. Good for 2 on these entries. As good as Popsky was for 2 on the A site of Nuke. Forrest, that's more like it, but he won't find a third. You can't ask for much more, however you needed to. It's a 1-on-3, and phzy's shut down crowd on the rotate. It's 10-2. You don't like to call GG early in a game, but it just feels like NiP are another level right now.
Dude, I mean, you know, a part of me still holding out because I'm like, okay, maybe if you make them stumble once, like right now, NiP, I don't want to say that they're complacent, but like they've only been finding success. Everything's just been going right. Sometimes when you get around against a team like this, you kind of see them go, all right, boys, like, let's try to refocus, try to go back to like this really, really sound tactical approach. But if that never arrives, then you're just going to get snowballed. You're just going to get steamrolled, and that's what's happening right now.
The kettle is screaming. This water's very hot, Harry. And Entropiq have been scolded. Oh, that's normally an Elian kill. 9 times out of 10, he hits those. But this is that once in a blue moon. And the werewolf is rearing its head out B, Hampus. Do they have silver bullets? He certainly does. He's filled Lucky's head with lead. Forrest is dead, and it's a 5-on-2. This eco corrupted with ease, and all it took was a contact walkout B.
I feel like I'm just watching like a pre-fire map that NiP are like just dry running over and over again. It's wild. Not had dominant games like this in a long while at Pro League, right? Yeah. Like, it always used to be the case that it's like, oh, you know, 12-3 half, but it ends 16-14 somehow. But NiP, every game they've played so far has had tones like this, where it's just so one-sided. Now there's a chance, though, so I'm going to lower my tempo and lower my voice, because that means we're starting to consider something could happen here. Crad, over towards CT, flashed off the angle. Scout for Elian.
This is an incredible save, Harry.
It is.
I've never quite seen anything like it. 2 players walking away from the bomb site. And yeah, sadly, it's the right call, right? No kit, no nades, no chance against NiP. Elian staying around because he's got nothing to lose with this scout. If he can get kills, that's nice. S-Tag still here, trying to get the AWP. Oh, he's dead, but really doesn't matter, does it? You save a scout, you save an AK, but NiP saved their bacon with 11. And it's crispy. You can hear the sizzle.
I like it. They sound good. They sound
Swedish.
Yeah. Kind of a bit miffed at what do we, you know, like, this is just more than anything, because I don't even want to look into the Entropiq side of things too much right now. I think they're trapped in the old mind dungeon.
Yes, that.
Ooh, Forrester, hang on, double up on short, spam as well, Plumsky, oh my god, oh, he comes back with some. Now we're gonna go in a connector, looking for Crad, don't go through, Crad, just wait, just a bit of patience, because it goes a long way.
Oh,
no, don't wait, go through, maybe, hiding now, and he will best Plumsky in the head. Nice, okay, this could be Entropiq on their way to a third. Forrester decided enough was enough. He's the one guy who's been able to give anything over. And Crad will smoke walk con. Do not let a 2-on-4 come back to bite you, Entropiq. Do not let that one peak define this round.
Oh, it could, Harry. Oh, it certainly might. We're waiting for the walk on Monster. S-Tag is patient for Hampus to get in position. For Entropiq, it might be the Mine Dungeon, but do NiP Mine Duncan on this B play. Molly is good. Lucky hasn't got much room to move, and he will get headshot. Middle of sight, Nickelback with 1, and he's won the round. Finally, something to celebrate. Some pats on the back to be had for Entropiq as they pick up 3. It is desperate, though. It is absolutely desperate. And NiP, I don't even need to tell you, they've got enough money to buy full. great play for Forrester. Someone needed to take the map into their own hands, and he will give it a go. You know, it was a silly walk through the smoke, but Crad, he got one. He was feeling it. And it didn't cost them, luckily enough. Another AWP for Elian. Another AWP for phzy. Little mid pop. And this time it's just phzy. Hampus won't be with him. It's a triple con walk. They're clearing mid from below, and Nickelback. Gotta be careful. They're going through that smoke, buddy. It hits them though, and that is so nice because not only do you get the warning of audio, but you get to slow down NiP with that play. Nothing worse than getting impacted by any grenade. Crowd is very aggressive. This is more like it for Entropiq. They're taking space. They're flanking this player in mid. Crad is holding off though, looking at the T-stairs, so phzy might back up into his own death. He's considering it, and he will run and gun with the AWP.
It looked like he knew the whole time. Yeah. Oh, man.
I guess he heard the flash.
Okay, Nickelback, I think he should have seen something on that little jump peak, but we'll have to wait and see. No one's too focused in on short right now, so there is a slight gap.
Uh-oh.
Surely they don't walk out short, right? Oh, they walked out, and in they come. phzy with a second in the round. Whoa, a third. He's reliving that clutch. This time, though, entering with the AWP. 3 to the good, and Rez will lock the 4th out of the round. It's Elian, last guy standing in round 15. He's got to give it a go. Try his hand at the clutch, but he's got 3 switched on players to try and beat. They're not giving him a peek, and then they will, all at the same time, in tandem. 12-3, NiP, a stellar T-side under their belt, and a pistol now would set them up for a very convincing, very, very pacey 2-0 over Entropiq.
Our goal is like try to do our best on every championship. I don't know, we want to win every tournament. That's all I think. Not like go in playoffs, it's good for us. We just want to win every game. And every opponent, never mind, like phzy, Navi. Want to be the best.
Hey Future Pros! The map today is Overpass, a map all about taking territory. So here is a little nade set to help garner some control around the bathroom area. For this mini exec you'll need 1 smoke and 1 molly. To throw this smoke, stand in front of this flower. Aim to the sky and just to the...
It's a quad B stack early, and when they don't hear anything, they might want to try and take some control here. Forrester's just missed that timing. Long control taken for Entropiq, while Forrester's maintaining this control over towards short. And because he hit this little gap, if there were to be any re-aggression from NiP, he should be there to catch it. He's kept this open for Entropiq to open up the pistol. Rez might make contact, might get the essence of the round right now if he finds Forrester, but he's not going any further. Glock v USP, what's better? He sees smoke coming over now, and Forrester will secure the opener. S-tag, they're all around him, and he's overwhelmed. Lackey gonna lock that in. 3 on 5. For NiP, their stat that they've kept every second half flawless at this event is on the line. So let's see if they're gonna be able to turn this around somehow. Shouldn't happen, but Hampus has secured the first. There's a trade from Crad, and with phzy dinked up earlier on, this might have to be a safe call for NiP. Hold on to the armor. Hampus is getting chased down. He just heard that shot, so he knows that someone's close. He doesn't even want to take a hit here because he's got that nice cheap upgrade to the full armor. Oh, he's dead.
And maybe phzy too. Hiding out along. Yeah, that's a nice call for Forrester, or a nice, nice bit of info for Forrester. He goes B short. He hears those rotates because Entropiq go 4 long and they start throwing flashes. He hears 2 players rotate up and he makes that call. And you see the second the wood steps come in, rotating out bridge, because NiP never knew that Forrester was out, they didn't know how obvious that rotate was. You could see by Rez's angle that he was holding. He did not consider Forrester was on the close right side. And as soon as Forrester hears the steps, his entire team rotate back spawn and they just pop into B. So nice call from Nickelback. But how long will it last? For long with USPs. These youths wait for Entropiq to make a mistake. Flash is going to go over. Plenty of players looking into the wall and into the rock. And now they've got to rock their world. Plopski with a pick. Elian fires back, but he won't overextend. He just wants to wait for more flashes or more assistance from his team. However, these CTs are getting closer. Got to be careful that he doesn't get swung. Nickelback holding from a range. There's a nice shot. And it should just be easy pickings now. Gun grabbed. Not the end of the world. They're fighting for the round. Plopski should be dead, and so he is. Nice eco for NiP, but Entropiq keep it as clean as they want and get all those rifles into the next.
Yeah, the whole goal, though, was to bring these CT rifles in as fast as you can. So, you know, you'll take the 2 kills you were able to get out of that round, considering it was just full USPs. Fast mid-control again for Entropiq. phzy, I don't know if he's fully aware just how close they are through party, and so he's going to get found right away. Brilliant setup by Nickelback, left him kind of high and dry over in the toilets. Rez now has his work cut out for him as well. He's got to be responsible for both con and mid. He's got to have his head on his swivel.
Because this is now a super awkward round, NiP are full gambling B. Like, they are all playing for lower. Rez knows they could be running up long right now. The boost is nice, but again, Forrester, the anti-info man, they have no clue, and he's going to clear it. Yeah, quick kill, further damage to Plopski through the wall. Oh, that nade! Oh, it's close. It bounces back, though. Luckily, Forrester avoided the hit. Rez coming through, Con, that's ballsy, and oh, felt like he had it, but no. 2 on 5 of the B site. NiP are both here, but surely no hope in hell.
Yeah, S-Tag dead after 1, just Plopski. You know, the twins overran here inside of B. Oh, Plopski! Making it interesting. There's a big flank for Elian coming in through the A bomb site. So Forrester's going to wait. He's going to give Elian time to spring this trap. But right now, Elian's going heaven. That's the info that no one's here. Is still committed to the heaven angle, just waiting to catch Plopski. If he looks to reposition, still this gives a 1v1 to Forrester that Plopski's going to win, and Elian's got to make noise to get out of heaven. What? Has to make noise on the drop. Now Plopski knows this flank doesn't find any of the impact it was meant to. He just needs to win it in the gunfight, in the clutch. Get that bomb down with a second to spare. Plopski, you are not supposed to win this.
Oh, bad smoke.
He was all alone throughout the whole damn thing, and now he's heard Elian get out of there, reposition onto the short side. No kit for Plopski. Means he would have to full 10-second stick this one, so he needs the kill. Elian's crossed to the sandbags. Plopski knows. Plopski's aware. Starts to move in. It's a lot of damage. Both players now. 1 shot away, and Plopski 4 in the round. Incredible clutch. That's a 1v4 out of this guy to find 13 for NiP.
Unbelievable, and that's a total bungling by Entropiq. Plopski plays it to perfection. I was shocked when Elian stays heaven right. After you clear that, the only place Plopski can be, given Forrester's on short, he knows he's not monster. He can only be graffiti or CT. That's a total misplay for Entropiq. Oh my goodness, Plopski's just, he's a beast. And this is what we said earlier, there's just no weak link on NiP in any of these games they've played. A phenomenal clutch, and that is going to send Entropiq out of this game. You would surely assume that will kick them while they're already down. Perfect round out of Plopski. phzy's having fun now, push towards B. Oh dear. Forrester gets that kill. There's still hope yet. A bit of a B pop. They're trying what NiP did against them. Good Molotov. S-Tag has to fly through it, but it's not going to be up for much question where he's gone. back to the pit. Entropiq can afford to wait this smoke. They got a 5-on-3 with all the time in the world.
Yeah, right, 5-on-3. Surely this is safe. S-Tag still biding his time. Rez, they spot him. S-Tag goes up, goes over, and goes down. And Lackey with a nice double leaves it all on Hampus. Oh, don't.
Not another.
Yeah, he won't even go for it, you know. Good, because I don't need another one of these another one of these horrible 1vx's to come out. Hampus might even get away with the M4, but found at the final hurdle. Forrester will remove it from play at least. And Entropiq, they're on their way to making this a little more competitive. As to whether or not they're going to be able to turn it around, we'll have to wait and see. But they do at least have another eco to chow down on here. That 7th round should be locked in.
Oh, I'm still reeling, Harry. I'm still reeling from that 1-on-4. It was so beautiful for phzy. We've had a myriad of clutches come through today. 1v2 for phzy on Nuke, 1v3 from phzy here. phzy with a 1-on-4 now. Where's the 1-on-5? That's all I'm wondering. Some mental rounds. And Entropiq are doing the rounds in their mental, trying to forget the past. Pistol's pushing into Forrester, and that's a lovely double given the sign of the times. Hampus has hit his Deeg shot. Don't win a full eco again, and Elian denies that at least. Crowd, big kill as S-Tag gets his gun, and Rez, thank goodness he dies there, because I am not comfortable with that round being won by NiP. So Entropiq will just about get it under the rug. But you can never count NiP out with some of the, well, we've seen a full eco today as well, back on Nuke. Some scary rounds, but you know, bit by bit, Entropiq are piecing it together. We still haven't had this CT AWP other than that one B short peak that fell for phzy, and this round is not going to field it either. So here we go. Back 10, Nickelback going fast.
Yeah, right in, right out through Monster, up in the face of S-Tag, but he will flick back and deal with the Mac 10. That's
oh my god, they heard him. They heard him.
Yeah.
They heard him.
They should have.
They heard him. They didn't hear him.
They didn't hear him.
He ran.
He was running. I mean,
the whole way he ran.
Okay, that's kind of weird now. Up into the A site, I guess, but phzy is here. And Rez is also still running around in the back line. phzy will get cancelled out. There's a route to an A plant. Lackey is trying his best to save the damn day. Rez, though, the invisible man, all the way over at long. phzy on the rotation up through CT. Rez good for another. This is so much value out of this mid push, even playing into the retake. Just Lackey to beat now, but he's been the guy who made this whole round possible, made this whole round happen. Rez, tap on the bomb. Lackey eventually has to give this a look, give it a check, and Rez will win another clutch for NiP, 14-7. And everything's coming up NiP right now.
Forget Butterfingers, Rez has Butterfeet. He's sliding around in T-Spawn and no one knows anything. I think that simply comes down to because that's so crazy, whoever was in con, I think it was Crad, hears it, but he thinks it's his teammate, right? It's so early in the round for an opponent to be running around in your spawn, you just think it's your teammate. And yeah, both players, maybe there was some call there, but no, it was Crad here who didn't know that Rez was tucked in. Maybe he thought he was only mid, maybe it was a miscomp. Whatever it was, it's a mistake that is a sign of the times for Entropiq. Beautiful headshots from Lackey, but no clutch to convert today, and that's 14 for NiP. Lackey's had a good series as well. Like, you know, Forrest is the top performer right now in the entire server. You know, he's had a few multi-kills on CTB, unfortunately most of them being in lost rounds. He's been anchoring B short on the T side, or lurking rather, and getting info. He won them the pistol with that. But, you know, Lackey in both maps has also been shooting heads. However, all of that falls on dead ears at 14-7. One final buy, one final try for Entropiq, and they're going to go for the stack. Full boost failed, and so back to the drawing board. And so the reboost instead comes from NiP. Oh, that's a good flash. They've been really good at popping B short. That's the one thing that's worked wonderfully for Forrester.
boosting again. All right. New way. Same angle. That's a tag onto Plopsky from the AWP monster. Oh, it's close. Bloody hell.
Oh,
Jeez, thank God he ran out of ammo. Krad does not know how lucky he is. They still want to attempt this boost by the looks of things. I think that's pretty ballsy. Like, surely you're not ready for this if you're NiP, and they're not. Plopsky's plucked out of the round. Easy as you like. phzy with some short re-aggression. Entropiq is still committed to the B play. Reds will spam out Krad eventually, and now it's all gotten a little bit wild. They're just embracing the 3-on-3. NiP didn't even think this was going to happen. They were rotating away, but now they've come back in. Oh, holding the line. Lackey brings it back into a clutch. phzy all alone, and Lackey this time gets it over the line for Entropiq.
What a disrespect play. They see everyone for NiP in B and they go, screw it, let's run at them, right? Like, that's just a crazy B pop, but it's also partly because NiP don't have a setup. They're doing all these boosts, they're running around, they're jumping over for info. So, you know, Entropiq know that NiP don't have this like amazing crossfire established. They can find a gap there by running in and hitting timings, and a good 5-on-3 converted. It gets close, but rounds are rounds, and wins are wins, and Entropiq will take what they can get in this game right now. They've forced an eco out of NiP again. And so they keep trying to drag it back. A mid pick, you miss nothing, don't worry. It's only pistols, and Forrester's lurking out B again. He has been a problem in this T side to deal with. And that problem will continue to rear its head. Nickelback now getting flashed out on short. Rez with a triple boost getting info. Plopsky's gone. Now Rez got to be careful. Oh, he's just shooting Forrester, trying to spam through the B short angle. It's a kill, but it won't mean much in the grand scheme.
Yeah, it should, you know, it shouldn't get any more risky from here on in. Rez should just die with getting nothing done, and that will be Entropiq up on a 9. That's how it should go. Let's see if it does go that way. There we go, nailed on the peak. Oh, it misses, but Nickelback was there to close, and Entropiq, they do secure that 9th round as promised. Now we have the reinvestment for NiP. This is a little more labored than we've had to see out of them in these second halves, in their closes.
Yeah. Certainly true. I'm not worried yet. Here's a crazy stat. Forrester is 8-0 in opening duels right now. 8-0. Given how this game has gone, and I don't just mean the second half, this whole game, that is phenomenal. Like, that's a lot of attempts and not one failure. Most of that, I imagine, has been these T-side picks out on B. Even so. Oh, that's nice. Over the smoke.
And he gets out as well. That's wild, man. Horrible way to start the round. That late peak from Hampus. They were holding for it early. It's his decision to play into the round just a few seconds after when you use the mid walk gets spotted by Rez, and even though it's a 1-for-1, it's kept the 4-on-3 in favor of NiP. Spotted the bomb. It's a lot of info to go off of. Hampus isn't even deterred. He's still playing up in the toilets.
Oh, this is so scary. Either they walk into him and they won't be ready, or they walk past him and then they're really not ready. It's a lose-lose right now with Hampus here. He hears everything. Forrester might just lose the bomb. Hampus turns back at the right time. Nickelback walking out long, spotted by phzy. Now Hampus, he activates and he shoots him in the back. 2 kills, 1 late player ready to trade, but Hampus is good for 4 in the round. 15 found for NiP, and the inevitable, it is here. It is staring you down the face. This 2-0 for the Ninjas is coming.
It's just so striking how they've been able to make Entropiq look, really. Like, you know, coming into today, it's Entropiq and NiP both up at the top of the group. This was the chance for one of them to keep that flawless streak going, right? And find themselves 2-0, sat pretty in Group A. And so it was meant to be pretty close, but yeah, it's been anything but. It's just so crazy to see NiP doing this to him. Lackey will catch Rez getting aggressive. It's about time someone put a stop to this mid aggro.
Yep. Oh my god, the spamming. Just shooting water. Forrester, that's finally a pick on B failed by him. And that is a rare case, a very rare case indeed. He's been so efficient at this lower site. Oh my god, NiP are absolutely mad. They go for the full rotate. And this is because they've killed Forrester, because he is that B-lug while Entropiq run A plays. And given that NiP lost res early, they had no A info, so they've gone for a gamble. This is like a gambit round right here. But I think you might... Well, you can retake. I say you might have to save. You have so much utility. The spot has come in for Heaven. You can see the nades are out. They are playing to stop this plot. If they can get there in time, Nickelback is deep in the pit. He needs to go back with the bomb right now. And this is just giving more time for NiP to get set up. They use the nades early because a bomb is so late, and it's a different plant. So Nickelback has set them up at least, just about. But there's the smoke shot that will get NiP ready to go. They were looking to save, now they're interested.
Yeah, full on bit of smoke spam. Boost up and over. Can this net them away back in? They won't see Nickelback. He'll spot them first. He was holding for the boost. Flash is raining out through Heaven. Tech9 bested in the head-to-head. Everyone's low. Lackey's putting up numbers with the AWP. He is trapped at Pillar. Got a long way to go still. There's another for Lackey, the anti-clutcher, putting a stop to it again. 4 kills to make magic happen. And he does get double digits on the board for Entropiq. The gamble decision from NiP comes back to haunt them. They had faith that with all that util, as you pointed out, with the nades, with the molly, they could have retaken that B site.
I feel like in both of these maps, Lackey's had like as much impact with their second AWP as Elian's had with the primary, and he's only had it a few times. See, that's not his first multi-kill with the AWP. Very nice. You know, high impact given what happened there. NiP go for a gamble, and you can see why, but it falls a bit short, as do the nades. The wide plant saves Nickelback. Now, it's a gamble the other way, full B. And where are Entropiq? Well, they're working mid. So, okay, this game's not done. I've been framing it as such, but it has felt like a long time coming. Oh, Forrester. Oh, baby. Keeps up his opening duel stat. He's okay for now, but even so will die. Oh, they overwhelm a second as well. The good thing about this for Entropiq is they can just run. They know, knife out to the A site, we've got all the room in the world. Caring for one just in case the numbers are wrong, but this should still be their round. It's up to NiP whether they want to save guns with so much loss bonus and so much backed up cash.
Yeah, they're set in stone what they're going to do here. They're saving. Never moved once they got their hands on these prized AKs. They're going to send S-Tag in. I like this. You know, sometimes we would play with the P250 being like a bodyguard almost, right? Like floating around, being there to grab an AK if you get hunted. But you know Entropiq aren't in the business to hunt right now. And so they just free up S-Tag. They say, look, if you go in and get 1 kill, that's good damage in this round. Can he manage it? Is surprised by Lackey being so deep, and so Entropiq, they deal with the one threat that comes their way. And there is a world where they could look to get this to OT, even though, as you kind of say, as we've been alluding to, it feels like NiP are destined to win this series. Entropiq are giving them a run for their money. Now just 4 between them and overtime. And because it's a CT side that you're up against, you know, you're in this very unique spot where really that's not 4 proper rounds between you and OT. Really, it's like, what, 2 rifle rounds? So yeah, there's a real opportunity here. 2
rifles are forced in there. You know, saves will at least give you a bit more oomph, give you another buy where there would be an eco. Hampus is now doing what Rez got away with once, but only once, and that's the full wrap. He's shooting as well. Elian's seen him. There's info. It's gone back. Hampus's feet could get seen, and Elian, that wallbang doesn't connect somehow. It will onto him. He's low. He's got to ditch and get out of middle. He's got support, though. Hampus is trapped, right? Needs a kill here before he goes down. Doesn't want to offer up a 4-on-4, but the longer he waits here, the more time Entropiq are getting wasted right now by this very aggressive player. phzy coming in to help, but he'll be too late. The flash blinds the T's. Hampus is going to try and fight the AWP, and he puts him down to 7, but no kill. Still, minute on the clock, 4-on-4. Entropiq just have to go back to B. There's so much map to clear on that top site. And so into what is currently only 2 players, but both of the monster side. This could still be it for NiP. That smoke.
Oh, the re-smoke. Yeah. At the 40-second mark as well. If you're waiting for that to fade, you're going to have like 25 seconds as you try to make your way into B.
Uh-oh.
That is such a middle finger from NiP.
There's another smoke.
It's just been lobbed over from A. Oh, mate. At this point now, you've got to go up short. You've got to go up short because you've been re-smoked again at Monster. You've just got to move in, contact play. In they come. Plopsky's going to reposition, hold off the Monster side. The flash might leave him blind, but it's all right for now. They've crossed in. The bomb plant could get denied. Plopsky's going to deny the plant. He can't find any more, but is that one kill going to be enough? Only Elian left, and there just isn't time. NiP 2-0. Another one added to the tally as they now sit top of Group A, undefeated in their openers and looking good. This NiP squad, very exciting indeed.